What do you get when you cross a fish with two elephants? Swimming trunks.
It's draw time with Mr. Mayberry. Time to draw.
Well, hello and welcome to Draw Time with Mr. Mayberry. I'm Mr. Mayberry, and this week is Swimming Week on Draw Time, so we're going to be drawing things that have to do with swimming. Remember, you can use any kind of paper you like. I happen to be using copy paper, and you can use any size or type pencil you'd like. Now, today we're going to be drawing a swimming pool, so let's get started. It's time to draw. For this drawing, we're going to be drawing a swimming pool. So we're going to start off with an oval. We're going to be making it look 3D. So like it comes out at us a little bit. We're going to start with the oval. This is the top of the pool. This is an above ground pool that you might have in your backyard. So we start with this oval shape. Then we'll put two sides down. Well, actually we're making like a cylinder. So put two sides down for the sides of the pool. And then we make a curve across the bottom. Now this is a very simple pool, not a lot of details to it, so I'm going to go ahead and add some details. And while I'm doing this, I just want to point out too, when you go swimming, especially if you're in the backyard, you need to make sure you have an adult present, have adult supervision, because lots of things can happen when you're swimming and you need to have somebody there in case you need help. So we're going to draw an edge around the top. So just the second line. It curves around the top. This is part of like a frame to hold it up. Like I said, you don't really need this for a drawing of a pool, but if you're wanting to make it more realistic, it'll help make it look more realistic. Then we put a second line across the inside. This is on the back edge of the pool. Alright, and then we're going to put some supports. Well, let's do the bottom next. We're going to make a second ring around the bottom of the pool. Again, this is kind of a brace that would help hold the whole thing together. And then we're going to put some supports, so just some vertical lines on both sides. And then we're going to put a couple here in the middle, just kind of space them out evenly. And this would be like you would have on some pools have these as a support to help hold things all together. So this is the basic pool. And make it look like there's a little bit of water in there, just kind of a wavy line across here. And we also need to have a way to get into this pool. Now sometimes you have a deck that's connected. In this case I'm going to make a ladder. So I'm going to start here on the inside of the pool and make a line that goes up, and then it'll curve like a hand, place to hold your hand there, like a handle. And it slants down at an angle. Okay, let's make a second line to make this part a little wider, a little thicker. Okay, so that's one side. And then I'm going to make another one right here beside it. Same process. And these two lines should be parallel, or they should go down at the same angle. This is getting a little bit wider at the bottom, and that's fine too, but parallel to maybe getting a little bit wider. But if some of them might get a little wider just because that would help the base to be stronger. Alright, so a second support there. Then these are going to be, they'll have handholds up here at the top. Not always, but in this case it does. Alright, and then at the base down here, I'm just going to make a light line that slants at an angle. Now some of them do have a piece that goes all the way across. This one I was just going to make two little feet sticking out. So one on each side, one there, and one over on this side. But I use that line here as a guideline to know where to draw the feet at. Make it this direction line. Okay, and then I'm going to make individual stairs going down through here. I'm just going to kind of line out where they are first. Actually, I probably should put one a little closer to the top so when you step over, it's right there. So I'm going to make one here, and then I'm going to spread these out just evenly going down till you see that they're kind of evenly spaced out. I'm going to put a second line underneath that. Okay, so here, and I'm going to overlap the edges on this side because you can see that part. This part, the end overlaps the individual treads, so you can't actually see it. I want to erase inside Now I'm erasing more than I want to here, so I'll have to redraw, but I'm erasing inside of that because you can't see through these steps. They're solid, not made of glass, so you have to, or something clear. You're opaque. You can't see through them. And then I redraw them back. Kind of clean my drawing up and darken the lines that I want. A little bit there too I need to get rid of. Okay. So this is our drawing for today. A swimming pool.
Well, each day I like to take what we've learned and see how we can use that by adding it to a larger picture. So let's take some time and see how our big picture is starting off for this week.
Okay, I've started out this week's big picture by putting the swimming pool that we just drew right here in the center, kind of a little bit above the very middle. Got the ladder off on the right side here. Something I didn't mention before, but if you might be able to see, you can see one rung, the top rung of this, the inside of the ladder in the inside of the pool. You might be able to see that on yours as well. Then in the background here we've got a fence going across the yard. Behind that fence is the neighbor's house. And then on a little bit further back we see some shrubs and then a tree. I can't really see the horizon in this picture because everything is covered up. But it would be back in here somewhere. So this is what our big picture looks like for today.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for taking time to draw with me. I hope you'll come back tomorrow. And remember, if you want to be a good artist, do a little drawing every day.
Summer, 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 summertime. Oh yeah, that's a keeper.